Happy Monday, everybody. Thank you so much for downloading or streaming the Be Our Guest podcast. Today, we have listener Stephanie from mid-Missouri joining us on the show, and we talk about her recent trip down to Walt Disney World with her husband and 11-year-old daughter, and we talk about fun times in the theme parks, a split stay at both Disney's Pop Century and Disney's Contemporary Resort, and why she picked each of these resorts, because she really did have a specific reason for each. Great kind of unexpected dining hidden gems like Sunshine Seasons breakfast at Satuli Canteen. I know, right? Who knew? And more. And we also talk about how the heat did affect their trip, but they found ways to get around that. So that might be something to think about for your future Disney vacations. Oh, and did I mention Stephanie's a good friend of Ricky's? So we get some inside scoop. All right. Don't forget, today's show brought to you by the Magic for Less Travel. We'd love to help you plan your next Walt Disney World, Disneyland, Disney Cruise Line, or Adventures by Disney vacation. Here's the best part. No additional cost to you. Check out all the details today over at themagicforless.com. Please also use our Amazon affiliate link when you shop online. That one extra click supports everything we do throughout the year. It's beourguestpodcast.com/Amazon. And thank you so very much to our Patreon supporters. You guys keep us on the air, so thank you so much for that. You can support us as well, just $5 a month. And for that support, you get a bonus show called Mike in the Midwest. Come over this week. We'd sure love to have you. Patreon.com/beourguestpodcast.
Ready to take a trip to the world? You found the Be Our Guest Walt Disney World Trip Planning Podcast. This is where your memories come front and center on our podcast stage.
Welcome to episode 2747 of the Be Our Guest Walt Disney World Trip Planning Podcast. I'm your host, Mike Rallman from beourguestpodcast.com and one of the senior agents over at the Magic for Less Travel. Happy Monday to you. Hope you had a great weekend. Thanks for dropping in here to start another great week here on the show. At the top of the podcast, I want to send a shout out again to all of our teachers and students headed back to school. Got to send a special shout out this time to my youngest daughter, Mallory, starting her senior year of high school today up at the H, Francis Howell. Yes, she was 2 months old when this podcast started, and she's starting her senior year today. So our show's been around a minute. That's how you get to 2,747 shows, plus a bunch of live shows that we didn't count back in the day. So thanks for being here. I know a lot of you guys have been with us for quite a long time for all the episodes. And so I just want to say thank you for always lending us an ear and spending some time with us, coming on the shows, calling in on Sunday nights, sailing with us, helping us raise money for Give Kids the World, running with us in the races. We have the best community. And I just want to say thanks here on a Monday. And for all those teachers, students, parents that are dropping kids off this week at colleges, it's just a renewing time of the year. That's the great thing about education in general, is that you get a fresh start, and wherever you are with the kids, if you're a parent, it's a fresh year. So let's make the most of it. And even if you're not in education, adopt that this week, because I'm not in this anymore. I used to be, and I kind of miss it, but then a lot of times I don't, I'll be honest, but I do miss the teaching part. But what I do miss is that fresh start this time of year, the fresh pencils, the going into the classroom, everything is reset. You can do that in your life. So just give yourself kind of a pat on the back, fresh start, make the most of this week, make the most of this season, and get rocking. Let's make this a great week. And speaking of education, we have an educator here on the show today to share a recent trip to Walt Disney World. Stephanie's joining us from just west of Mizzou out in Boonville, Missouri. Stephanie, thanks for coming on the show. What's up?
Thanks for having me. How are you?
I am doing great. Glad to have you on the show. So kindergarten teacher. That's amazing. Oh my gosh.
I love it. I like the hugs. They still like you. They're still scared of you.
That's good. A little respectful fear, not a bad thing in education. I'll tell you that. So before we get into the Disney stuff, you're a teacher. What advice would you have for somebody in our audience? Because we have a lot of, it's funny because Disney and teachers, there's a lot of overlap. I mean, we had so many Disney fans in all the schools that I taught at. I taught like 3 or 4 different ones in my career. What would you say for somebody, maybe like a first-year teacher, somebody getting into education, advice for going back to school to have a successful school year, or even for parents? Kindergartners.
For if you're going back in, just kind of because I left for a while and I went back in, so I kind of understand that. Just lower your expectations. You don't have to have a Pinterest classroom.
Yes.
You just you just need to be there. And the kids don't care if your decor is perfect or your bulletin board is great. They just care that you care about them. And for parents, we love your kids as almost as much as you love them. So they are in great hands. We worry about them at night as well. We're constantly thinking of how we can make things better for them. So
That
the
is
feeling
great.
is mutual. We love them too.
That is great. Well, I wish you and all of our teachers and all of our students great success here in the 25-26 school year. And it all starts now. And especially our kids going off to college for the first time. Emily Gardner, kill it up there, be a Wolverine and make it happen. All right. So, and we have a Saluki too in the audience, Tracy's daughter. We're proud of her. So let's get into this and talk about your trip. Now, you are out in mid-Missouri, which is kind of cool, but tell us about your Disney fandom, how this all got rolling for you out. So are you native to mid-Missouri or like tell us about
I'm
your Disney
actually a
fandom?
St. Louis native. I grew up in Florissant.
Oh my gosh. Oh,
Um,
Flowtown. Hang on. We don't get Flowtown buzzes here because that's where I'm from. All
I
right.
actually went to high school with Ricky.
Oh my God.
Um,
Hazelwood Central buzz. Oh,
exactly.
that's my alma mater. Now we're rocking. All right. Here we go.
So yeah, we went when I was 6 in 1988, and so I have been probably 20 times, which is sometimes embarrassing.
Nice.
And then my poor husband married into this in 2008, and we went in 2009 for the first time and got him hooked. And then in 2014, I had our daughter, and in about a year and a half, we got her into it.
Nice.
So
Nice.
we are multi-generational.
Okay, so I got to ask, how'd you end up in Boonville? Was it a job situation or?
It was my husband's job. He's actually a Lutheran pastor.
Okay.
The same denomination that Ricky's
I say, like,
husband
this
was
is a
ordained
preacher's
in.
wife.
It's just
Yeah,
like we just
exactly.
keep crossing
Yeah,
over.
yeah.
So yes, we used to live in Michigan, actually. We lived in northern Michigan in the Mitten. And then we moved to Boonville about 9 years ago.
Nice. I just love getting to know everybody on the show. I know people
Yeah.
are like, well, what's going on here? This is what it's all about. All right, so that's very cool, and that you're a friend of Ricky that long. That's pretty awesome too. And you're from Flowtown. So,
Yep.
real quick, like, what do you miss about Florissant? Like, what were some of your favorite things back in the day? Because I just like 30 seconds. I mean, like
Yeah, there's
Fritz's or what?
Fritz's.
Yeah, Fritz's. There you go.
Fritz's, obviously. Um, what are some things that just like
You missed the
I
Valley Flowers.
yes, I
Yes.
haven't taken my daughter yet. I want to.
Oh, they
Yes.
quit. They quit
I
having the
used
rides, so it's not even worth going anymore. So that's
Oh,
kind
I
of
used to be in the parade.
yes. Me
My
too.
grandpa restored antique cars, so I used to be in the 1911 Ford waving at everyone
Nice.
in the
Nobody
parade.
knows we're talking about, maybe 5 people, but this is awesome. This is small town America.
It really is. So yeah, I do miss that. And so but my parents still live there, so I get to go back every once in a while
That's
when
cool.
we get a chance
I'll t-
and relive.
I love that. I miss Las Fuentes, the Mexican restaurant, because I used to
Oh,
go
that
there
is a good one.
all the time. But now I have El
Yeah.
Azteca, which is my new Las Fuentes. So we're all
Mhm.
good. I just visited 30 minutes ago. So, all right. So let's dive into this trip. So how did this trip come together that we're going to talk about? Like what was the genesis of this trip?
My parents were like, "Hey, do you want to go to Disney World?" And we were like, "Yes, that would be amazing."
Correct.
And we get out of school kind of early. My daughter goes to a private school, and I teach at a private school. So we get out pretty much the first full week of May is our last week. And so we're like, we're going to try to hit it before all the schools gig out. Maybe it's going to be a little cooler. And there was a heat wave
Yeah.
in Florida. So and we hadn't been in a while. I think our last trip was 2021. And we went to Disneyland between that. But so we hadn't been to World in a while. So we said, let's go.
Okay, so like, what's your level? So it had been a while. So coming out of just a little post COVID, and then
Mhm.
going down after that. So what was your like planning like for this? I mean, are you? Because like in our clubhouse, the Discord server, we have like all levels of planners. I mean, Mohawk is like 10 out. He's like a 12 out
Mhm,
of 10 when it comes to like spreadsheets and all this stuff.
mhm.
I'm like a -2 out of 10 when it comes to planning. I just kind of show up. Like I don't make ADRs ever or anything. Like there'll be food. Yeah, if I got
Yeah.
to get corn dog nuggets, that's cool. I'm because I do this every day for everybody, right? I don't care about my own trips, to be honest. Like, because usually I'm with Scott and Scott has all the ADRs. I'm like, dude, just tag me on. Let's go. I'll eat anywhere. I don't care. I'll eat whatever. So where do you fall when it comes to planning and like, how was that? And was it shocking because there was such a gap between your trips?
We're kind of in the middle of super planner and kind of going with the flow. It was kind of shocking because I mean it was very different from 2021 because there was that one we were kind of more go with the flow because there were still some COVID
Right.
restrictions and things like that. And then this time we decided we weren't going to do a ton of sit down meals. We really wanted to experience some of the counter service we hadn't experienced before, and we didn't really want to take the time to sit down. So I was kind of between. And then the whole new lightning lane thing, I was kind of well versed in it, but we didn't want to. We wanted to kind of see how it worked as we did it, because again, this is not going to be our last trip,
Hmm.
so we weren't going to go all in on lightning lanes until we kind of figured it out on our own.
And we'll talk about that once we get into the parks. I'm curious about that
Mhm.
because I still have only used Lightning Lane one time at World because, well, I mean, because again, if you get to go a lot, and I'm more of a soak up the atmosphere kind of guy at this point in my life. Like
Yeah.
I don't do the big rides as much as like the kind of more mid tier stuff. Living with the
Yeah.
land and all that. Spaceship Earth, I'm good with that. Grand Fiesta Tour stuff like that. So I don't sweat it. But if like when I was with my oldest daughter Paige, we had one day after a cruise. She hadn't been to the studios in like 5 years. We bought it that day and we saw everything. I mean, it does
Mhm.
serve its purpose. We got everything done because she only had one day. So, but we'll talk about that. So let me ask you. So
Mhm.
you did a split. You stayed at Pop Century and the Contemporary.
Mhm.
So do you talk to your husband about this? Your daughter? Like, how do you decide? I like that split. I mean, but how'd you come down to those two hotels?
We wanted to stay we wanted to stay at the Contemporary, in 2021 because it was the 50th anniversary, and we wanted to stay at the OG, but it was
Hmm.
under construction.
Yep.
So oh darn, they sent us to the Grand Floridian. Tears,
Oh
tears.
my gosh,
Um,
that's not bad.
tears. Um, so we were like, "Okay, this time we're gonna do the Contemporary," and then we're like, "Well, we've kinda grown out of needing, suites with my daughter, like, she's older now, she she can now go to sleep with us, she can stay up later, we don't need that separate room." So we went to Pop because we really love the Skyliner, and so we wanted Skyliner access, and then we wanted to do the Contemporary just because it's an OG and because of the monorail, which we fell in love with when we got sent to the Grand Floridian,
So did you
having
do?
that easy access.
So you did Pop first and then Contemporary?
We did Pop and then
Yeah,
Contemporary.
I say because it'd be kind of rough the other way around.
It it really would have been because, oh, man.
That's what I was gonna say. That'd be a little tough. So
We felt spoiled. My daughter was like, "This is the fanciest place I've ever been in my
because.
life."
And I'll be honest, like I had never stayed at the Contemporary is kind of my last place. I'd never stayed at World. I still haven't stayed in a cabin at Fort Wilderness, which Scott and Jason, everybody's like, you gotta do it, you gotta do it. And I'm trying to talk my wife into it. I'll probably do it without her at some point, like when I'm down for a race. This is not great for a race either, but like for
Yeah.
some event or something. But and I'd be solo, so that'd be weird because I sleep 6. But I just to check out, for like a couple days, check off the box. But I was there at the Contemporary for the Cool Kids Summer event in June, and dude, I loved. I was in a garden wing room. Now, were you in the tower or how was that?
We wanted to be, like, where the monorail is, like, that
Hmm.
was our thing, so we were there, and so we could walk out our room, and I could see the monorail, and you could look down, and you could see Chef Mickey's, and you
Yes.
could see the Contempo Cafe, and then, apparently, any room is a theme park view room if you try hard enough. We we were facing the pool, and if you just kinda turned your head a little bit, you could see Epcot.
Okay. All
So
right.
we got
Yeah.
to see the ball, like, we could see, Spaceship Earth, with the lights every night, so that was really cool. I kinda did the same thing when we were stayed at Grand Floridian. I realized, like, on day 2, if I just turned my head, I could see the castle. Um, But
It just depends how much danger you're willing
exactly.
to
So if
risk. I
you
mean,
try
how
hard
far do you want
enough,
to hang off the balcony? Exactly.
you just hang your head out at the balcony. But that was really cool to see Spaceship Earth, and it's glowing at night, and the lights when we were there.
Yeah, it's kind of what you look for, right? When you're saying the contemporary, like I had a garden wing room, but the thing was, like, I immediately got excited because my room was a water view, garden wing water view. But I called Pam immediately, got on FaceTime, and I said, I can sit here on my bed and watch the boats go back and forth over to Fort Wilderness and Wilderness Lodge. And I was just like, I got the biggest kick out of that. I'm like, it's so relaxing. Because it was just me, right, for like 3 days. And I pulled the drapes. And I'm just laying on my bed. Like it was just like you. It was so hot outside. It was like 110. Like it was just like the heat was trying to kill you. Yeah. And I'm just like, I had the AC on full blast. It was like 62 degrees in that room. And I'm just watching those boats go back. I'm like, I don't think I'm going to go back outside for the next 3 days. Like this room is awesome. It's huge. It's like I love the Incredibles. I mean, wasn't that the rooms looked awesome? I love
the attention to detail for the Incredibles without being gaudy.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Is chef's kiss. Yeah. I mean, they outdid themselves.
I kept saying, man, I need this like Frozone pillow. Like I love Frozone. Right. Like I'm like, he's just cool as cool. And like I always say Frozone's cool as the other side of the pillow because Stuart Scott used to say that on ESPN. I'm like, he's actually a pillow, I think. Like it's like the irony. Like somebody's playing a joke here. The new Stuart Scott. But anyway, I was like, I loved it. Like that room, I would book. Especially, I mean, I'd only experienced a garden view. Of course, I'd have loved to have been in the tower. And my buddy Ben, who went down with me, he had some kind of mix-up on his reservation, and they upgraded him because of the mix-up to the tower, which I didn't know about until like day 2 of the trip. I'm like, dude, where are you? Like, I thought maybe we were like next door to each other or something because we came down here on the same event together. He's like, dude, they messed up my reservation. I'm in the tower. I'm like, you're where? I'm like, what? How'd you get the tower? He's like, yeah, I didn't tell you. We're checking out tomorrow. I'm like, oh, well. I'm like, and I'm over here like a peon in the, like over in the garden wing. Nah, it was fine. It was great. I loved those rooms are huge. So what was it? What were your thoughts on Pop though? Because Pop serves a purpose. Pop's a great resort too, but I mean, it's not the contemporary.
Yeah, we really liked Pop. We got a preferred room so that we could be close to the Skyliner. So we were with the Play-Doh. So right across from the Hippy Dippy pool. It was perfect walking distance to go to the food court. It was great to go to the Skyliner, and it worked beautifully. And we were on the other side from the pool, on the other side of the building, so it wasn't too loud.
That's good. I prefer that myself. Like, I don't know, like I think like 15 years ago, I liked being on the pool side. I don't know if it's just me getting to be like Carl on up or something or whatever, but like you put me on the opposite side of the pool. Like I can walk around if I want to have all that smoke. It's a lot. Like I love the energy of Pop, but I don't need it like when I'm trying to go to sleep.
Exactly.
I don't need to be up till midnight. I'm old. Oh God, I've been doing this show too long. It's just like I said, Mallory's 2 months old. She's a senior today. Like what? I need to like just stop being a cranky old man. I need my little walking stick and like get off my lawn.
I know.
It's sad. I gotta shut up, Mike. You're sounding old. Okay, so I just love talking about all this stuff. So let me ask you this: so you booked the Pop Century for the Skyliner. So in general, did the Skyliner work out for transportation? Because you mentioned in your notes like you booked like. You stayed at the Contemporary for the Magic Kingdom access, and then you booked the Pop Century, I'm guessing, for the studios and Epcot access. Mm-hmm. Did that plan come to fruition throughout the trip? Was this a plan that worked well?
Beautiful. We did take the bus to Animal Kingdom that first day because we were like, let's get it out of the way while we're fresh, because we all know it's Animal Kingdom hot over there. But yes, it worked beautifully. My parents did get stuck, so almost to the point where they were allowed to break out the emergency.
Oh my gosh, see that? I've never even come close to that. I've wondered like when I've sat there, but I'm like, oh, here we go again. We're good. I don't want to get that close.
Yes. So they were there. They were stuck on it. Almost they were allowed to open the emergency plies. They didn't need to, but
no thanks.
They didn't take them. They still wrote it again, but yeah, it works great. Maybe it worked out too great for the France Bakery and Epcot because you're walking out and you're like, oh look, there's the France Bakery. Let's pop in and then get on the Skyliner.
Is there such a thing though? I mean, it's like me at Disneyland with the Gibson Girl. Like I've said on the show many times, there's a $10 tax for me to leave Disneyland because I immediately I'm like Pavlov's dog. Like I have to mobile order a double scoop ice cream cone just to leave the park. I
We
can't
had
leave
to
the
get
park without one in
some
my
sort
hand.
of French pastry before we left.
Exactly. It's like the cost to leave the park and get on the Skyliner. They're no dummies. Yeah. So I mean, and I like that. I mean, it was a great strategy to do that. And I guess when you're at the Contemporary, you guys just walk over to the Magic Kingdom because I found that to be a nice walk for me. It
Yeah,
wasn't
we thought about it, but we didn't want to. It was so hot. We didn't
no,
want
that's true. It
to
was super
take
hot.
our
I forgot. Yeah.
energy
Yeah,
from
that's
the
a good
heat, so
idea.
we did end up taking the monorail,
Yeah.
which we love the monorail.
Yeah, it's true. It's a
Anyway,
ride.
it's like an attraction in and of itself. We like to call it. So yeah, we just take the monorail on over and back, and that worked out perfect
That's a
too.
good idea. Yeah, I always forget about that. Yeah, because you could. What was I thinking? 'Cause
Especially when you could see it. I really wanted a
know.
stool so I could sit over and watch the monorail go by from our room, but
You know what? They should just maybe. It's kind of like Animal Kingdom Lodge or something, like where you see the animals, right? I mean, because it's an
yeah,
attraction. Like they should have maybe a couple of benches or like bar
that would be
stools
so nice, so
where
that you
people like
could
camp
watch.
out. Or they
And
could put like like a little ledge where you could like put your laptop and just watch the
yeah,
monorails go by.
it was fun to watch the celebrating at Chef
Yeah.
Mickey's
Um,
because
hmm.
at first I was like, "What is that? What's going on?" And it's like, "Oh, the characters are dancing." And you got a
Yeah.
bird's eye view,
That's a great idea. Maybe they're worried about like Disney hobos like camping out there all the time or something.
probably,
I
or
don't know.
somebody doing something silly.
Who knows? It's crazy. Yeah, I want to put that into ChatGPT and see what kind of image I get there. That would not be good. All right, let's talk about the times in the theme park. So you mentioned it was super hot. So again, that kind of puts a damper on things. But you're a smart Disney fan. You've been there many times, so you know kind of strategies to counter the heat. So what were some of the better moments of times in the theme parks? You can go park by park or just some of the highlights.
Well, we ended up doing the midday break.
Mm-hmm.
That was awesome. And then kind of closing it down a little bit in the evening. Um, so we went to Animal Kingdom. We hit all the greatest hits. And then we were like, this is hot. And we left. And then we took a midday break. And then we went to Hollywood Studios. And that was an amazing night. We were able to knock out everything we wanted to ride in Star Wars. So Rise of the Resistance and Smuggler's Run. We basically walked onto Rise as the park was closing. Like not like we had like 15 minutes before close, and it was just pretty much walk on. And then we also before that did Toy Story Land and did all three rides in Toy Story Land, and we're able to basically check those kind of off the list the first day we were there. So that was awesome. So then and we actually was that no, that was not our early night.
Well,
So then
real quick though, that is a great strategy to bounce to DHS like kind of later in the
mm,
day because
mhm,
a lot of folks are either going to go to Fantasmic if there's a showing or
mhm,
bounce out of there for some reason,
mhm,
like around late afternoon. Because you're right, if you want to get on Rise with a short wait, like
mhm,
go like an hour before park closing or
mhm.
later, and you're
Yeah.
probably getting on in like 20-25 minutes or less.
Yeah, I mean
It's
the wait
crazy.
was to walk the line.
Yeah. I've had that happen to me. Yeah, where
Yeah.
basically, yeah, it's like a walk on. You know, you
Mhm.
just got. I mean, it's a long queue. I mean, it's a
It is.
walk on, but it's like 15 minutes because it takes that long to get up there. But yeah,
Mhm.
it's a great. And Toy Story's better at night too. Toy Story Land. I mean, with
Yeah,
the
it
lights on
really
and
is.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. The whole Disney's Hollywood Studios better at night with all the neon and stuff too,
It
and
really is.
sunset and
Yeah.
stuff like that. All right, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but that's
No, it's fine. It's fine.
encourage people that's a great strategy. So don't discount that.
It
Bounce
really
to the
was.
studios
It was
later
a
in the
Sunday
day.
night, so
Good
the
stuff.
Sunday night seemed to go good. Because then we tried that strategy again later in the week, and it didn't quite work out. So maybe it was just a Sunday night thing that did work out. And so then we were, packed it in, went on to the Skyliner, and headed on back. And then I believe the next day we decided to do Epcot, and we did a few of the things, like was that Living with the Land Day? It started to all run together because it was
Hey,
so hot.
that sounds like a
Uh,
great Living with the Land Day sounds like a heck of a day to me. I was
it was amazing. We love living with the land. Even my even my daughter. I don't think that might have been her first time on it. Because for a while it used to be longer. I think it used to be longer.
No, I don't think they've ever
Or did they
changed the
shorten
track,
it?
but they used to have a cast member on the boat,
Okay.
which was awesome. Like they used to
Yes,
actually
I
give
do
the
know.
narration like on the boat, which was
Yeah,
that was better. I don't think it. I think it's always been the same track as far as I
it might
know.
have been. I don't know, but for a
It's always
while
been
I
awesome.
thought my daughter would be too bored, like too young for it, and now she's like, "Let me
No,
with the land." She loves um Spaceship Earth.
good
So
kid. That's good.
yeah,
You're
she
bringing her up right. That's right. Good. So those
uh-huh. Yeah, she
two of the
often
best
requests
attractions ever, right there. Bam,
yeah,
bam.
she often requests Carousel of Progress.
Yes, there you go.
That's
3 for
also a
3.
good one. She actually has become our planner. She watches a lot of YouTube videos and then tells us all the scoop. And
Bringing her up right.
but yeah, we did a lot of Epcot while we were on the Skyliner because that one's kind of so big and it was so hot. So we were taking that chunk by chunk. Um, and then we did another Hollywood Studios day at night, and we were trying to get on Mickey Minnie's, but it closed down. And it didn't look like it was going to start back up. So we decided it was our move day. We're like, okay, we're going to get up extra early. We're going to literally use the extra magic hours, which we did. We rode the Skyliner, got in, rode Mickey and Minnie's, and we were out of the park by the time it opened for everybody else.
I
And
I
the
love that
security was like,
yeah,
"What are you
because
doing?"
I've done things like that before too, and like all the people looking at you when you're leaving, like, what did you like forget? Like, did you leave the
Like,
iron on back in your
are
room or
you
something?
are you okay? And I was like, "No, we just needed this one ride and check it off the list." And we moved on and went to Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, I do love that. People are like, where are you going?
And we did do Muppets for one last time and said our goodbyes.
Yeah, sad. I know.
So that was a good one.
So you
So
mentioned the lightning lane thing. So tell me about how this kind of unfolded during the trip. Like, when did you use it? Did you use it at all, or like, how did you kind of decide like on that? And how
we
did it
used the lightning lane
work?
for Guardians. I actually bought that I think before we left. Because we had never ridden Guardians before. We did not buy one for my daughter because she would not have stood for for that ride. Like she's not there yet. So we just bought it for the adults and then we switched. So somebody goes at the beginning of our time and then the others stay with my daughter and then we switch. And so we get it in usually in that hour time frame. Instead of having to try to explain this ride or switch for the kid who's too scared to go on the ride,
Yeah, yeah.
it just works out easier that way. So we did buy that for Guardians, and I believe we bought one for Ratatouille because it just wasn't lining up when we could try to get on at a good time when the wait time was low. And that's something that we all enjoy. And my daughter was just like, I really want to ride that ride.
Yeah, I get it because that one's for everybody. Ratatouille
It
is.
really
Yeah,
is.
I
Yeah.
mean Guardians not so much. I mean, it's got a wide range, but it definitely isn't for everybody. It gets
Yeah,
me.
Guardians, we had to take a seat on the bench.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna ask you. Well, I was gonna ask you because you're a veteran Walt Disney World traveler. So Ellen's Energy Adventure or Guardians of the Galaxy? I mean,
I mean,
I'm a
Guardians was
bench.
good. I mean,
Guardians is awesome. I'm just joking,
it's awesome. I mean,
but man, it messes
Ellis
me
is
up.
real corny, but
Yeah, yeah, exactly, dude. But I mean, you know what? A 43-minute slow moving bench never screwed me up. So,
which is also very true. I did not feel like I either needed a chiropractor or no need for a chiropractor anymore.
I didn't need a chiropractor. I just needed a trash can. Just close. I mean, almost, I was just like,
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
peeling people
We
off
even
that
took
thing.
Dramamine, and my husband's like, I need to sit on this bench
Yeah.
for a
Like people that,
moment.
I don't know, some people I think are just meant to be like F-15 pilots. They just get off
Yeah.
that thing unfazed. Like, let's go again. I'm like, what is wrong? Scott, like, dude, okay. I'll see you. I'll be over.
No.
I'll be over in connections.
Yeah.
Ride it to your heart's content. Have fun. I'm good. No, that's cool. I mean, but it is kind of remarkable because obviously Yidman is 21. This is kind of the newest e-ticket.
Mhm.
I mean, did you think? I mean, you're probably pretty impressed with the overall experience of that.
I was. It was really good. I liked obviously the music because I'm old enough to appreciate the
Yeah.
music. And I know the story at least because my husband's made me watch almost all those movies. Um, it was definitely less frightening than the Guardians ride in Disneyland.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it was really cool, and I would definitely do it again.
Nice. Okay,
I would
so
probably even pay for it again.
ooh, look at that. You're putting your money down to feel sick again. We are not
Yep.
smart people. I'm just saying, we're not doing great for Missourians on this show, but hey. And you live a blink away from Marceline, so I'm just saying.
That is true.
You're not too far from Walt's old hometown. All right. So let me ask you this, too. So we mentioned when you're over the Contemporary, we have talked really about the Magic Kingdom. So how did that unfold? Because you got all those attractions there. Like, what are some of your favorites? How was that?
Some of our favorites. Well, we got to try Tiana's for the first time.
Mhm.
I did have to bribe my daughter to go on that because she doesn't like the drop,
Yeah, I
and
get
I
it.
was like, "But you love Tiana," so
So,
I
so
bribed her.
90% of the ride you're gonna love. It'll be the 6 seconds you're gonna hate, but you'll be good.
Exactly. And I told her when it was coming, and she was totally fine. She lived. Um, we have to do the classics like obviously the Carousel of Progress and Buzz before it gets
Yep.
reimagined, which I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Let's see, what else do we like to do? Oh, we have to ride It's a Small World.
Yes.
You have to. Peter Pan is a favorite, and the Haunted Mansion, which my daughter did the stretching room for the very first time at Disney World this time. She hates that room, and when I told her what it does, like I ruined that magic
Wait, whoa,
for
whoa,
her,
whoa.
so she
Wait,
knows
now,
what
hang
it
on. Now,
is.
she's worried about the stretching room? Like, I mean,
Yes.
for real. Like, there's something that bothers her about that? Like, that's funny to me.
Yes,
Like,
she
I've
did.
never
Yeah,
heard
she
that.
just didn't know. But she went to the one in Disneyland
Yeah.
because there's no escape route, as
Yeah.
we learned the hard way.
Huh.
You can't, because that's how you get to the ride. So she's since watched all the specials about it and now understands how everything works and what it does.
Is
But
this
she
room
just
actually
doesn't.
stretchy?
So
Yeah.
I know. So I just like hold her real tight, and I'm like, you're gonna be fine. But she's after that she's finally with the Haunted Mansion, Team Haunted Mansion
But she
with us.
did Tiana's. I mean, that's like that man, that's okay. So was Tiana's like the most thrilling attraction she did throughout the trip?
Probably.
I'll say she didn't do like Tower of Terror or anything like that, did she? I
No,
was say
no.
good. I was like, if she could do that, I was like, oh, stretching room's not a
No.
problem. No, but I mean, for an 11-year-old, Tiana's is
Mhm.
pretty intense. It's like a 60-foot drop. I'll give her
Yeah,
credit for
yeah.
that. I remember the Six
So
Flags in St. Louis, like the log ride used to scare me when I was a kid. So, and that wasn't even. Now look at it now; it's not even that tall. Like,
I
shoot,
know.
when I was a little kid, that thing was like Mount Everest going over the top of that
It
thing. I
really
was like,
was. It really
my dad
was.
had to bribe me. I was like, oh my god, I don't want to go on that thing. And then the Screaming
And then
Eagle.
the
Oh, I'm
fact that it's
scarred.
just like free going, I don't know, that kind of.
It's more going up the hill. I was scared the log was going to like flip over backwards. I thought
Yeah.
too. As a kid, my brain always, it still does. Like to this day, I think about stuff too much. Like I should just chill, not worry about the log flipping over backwards, going up the hill, like all kinds of stuff like that. But that's just not how I work. Anyway, back to your stories because I need therapy or something. So let's talk dining because we haven't jumped into that. You mentioned you had some kind of hidden gems that you found throughout this trip. So share some
Mhm.
of those with us too because we love talking dining on the show.
So we tried Santulli Canteen for breakfast,
Ooh.
and holy
I
moly,
didn't even know
their
they had breakfast, to be honest. Maybe I'm
I
never there
don't think I
early.
did either, but my parents and my daughter left for Flight of Passage earlier than my husband and I did. Because I had ridden it before, and I talked about a while ago that my husband wasn't small enough to fit in it. He's a tall, big dude. And so we know he wasn't going to fit on the ride vehicle. And I was like, whatever. So we were slowly behind them that morning. And so we're sitting in Santulli waiting for them because it's the coolest place and closest too. And then all of a sudden I'm like, they have breakfast.
Huh.
We still need breakfast. And they have this French toast, and you can get this blueberry cheesecake topping for it.
Is that legal for breakfast? Holy cow!
I
That
don't know,
sounds
but we
too
went
good.
for it.
That sounds. I mean, it's vacation, but that sounds like you
Exactly.
should only be able to get something that good, like on a cruise.
No, it was so good. So we
Holy
just
cow!
ordered a bunch of French toast all around and sides of, I think, some sides
Oh
of bacon.
man.
And I could have just eaten that little cup of
What you're doing right now is you
Jeez.
are decreasing the wait times at Rope Drop from Flight of Passage, and you are
Saying to
messing
my
up the mobile orders for Satula Canteen. All of a sudden, like all the data's going. what
But yeah,
happened?
we didn't. I didn't. It didn't even register that they had that, and we were like, "Well, we're right here. Let's try something new."
Heck yeah.
And then we went to Seasons, and I think it may have been myself ordered the salmon. I don't know why, but I was like, "It's Disney. I'm gonna trust them."
Yeah.
It was really good because that's a mass produced
Yeah.
kind of thing. It's not necessarily like it's not a sit down restaurant, and it was really good. It wasn't overcooked. And then there was, I think either myself or my daughter got something with ratatouille, and she tried it, and she was just eating it all. She's like, I need more of this." And that was kind of like, I didn't expect that to be so good. I was just like, okay, I'm gonna hope for the best. It sounds good. I didn't want anything too heavy because it was so hot. So that seemed like the best option. And I was shocked that it
That
was actually so good.
And that is like, you got to watch it when you go in the summer and it's super hot, is that,
Mhm.
because we always had to go in the summer too, being teachers, is that like, there's so many things you want to have. Like, I'm a huge clam chowder person. Like, I love it. Like, we go to Columbia Harbor House and they have clam chowder, and I get it. Cause I'm like, man, I just like, because again, like my family doesn't eat anything seafood. So I get it. And then shoot, I immediately walk out into Liberty Square in July, and it'd be like, dude, what did I just do to myself? I just ate clam chowder. But you want to try to find lighter options, and sometimes like you discover like salmon. Oh, that's a pretty decent option for smoking hot Florida in the summer.
Yeah.
And but I mean, you mentioned Sunshine Seasons, and I think that's a great point. I haven't gone there since Connections opened, because like it kind of shifted the way I think about eating in the old Future World. I used to always go to Sunshine Seasons. That was like my jam. That's where I always went, after riding Soarin' or Living with Land, boom, Sunshine Seasons, lunch, good spot. But now I always shift my thinking over to, get like the General Tso's chicken salad, or, some kind of chicken pizza or chicken sandwich or something over at Connections. But I wonder, it seems kind of like it's kind of a hidden, people are kind of forgetting about Sunshine down there in the land nowadays. We don't talk about it
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, we thought about doing the Connections, but it just seems like everything that sounded good seemed too heavy though. So,
Yeah.
and we were there. And then we went to Docking Bay 7, which we had never been to before, and had moof juice. I forget what moof juice is, but
I've never seen a
delicious.
moof. I mean, I don't know what
I
kind
don't
of
know
juice it
either,
has.
but it's delicious. Um, because my husband and my daughter don't like to ride Slinky Dog, so they went there and had moof juice, and my parents and I rode Slinky Dog. Like I called us the OG3 because this all started out with the three of us. And then we ended up eating dinner there one night, and my daughter had like the yip nip, which is just chicken.
Yep.
But and they had more moof juice. I forget what combination of juices it is, but it's very good. And yeah, that turned out to be a really good sit down, or a really good counter service meal in the air conditioning, which is also
Yeah, I agree.
a plus.
Yeah, I'm with you. Well, and also at Docking Bay 7, they do have outside seating for the nicer times of the years, because I have had a really nice like table outside there. Like it was like in November or something. I was like, this is awesome, because you can kind of take in the atmosphere. But yeah, when it's hot, they do have great rocking air conditioning there, because I've done that too.
It was amazing.
And I do like that they give the things names there. It's like it's chicken.
Yeah, I
strip,
know.
It's a yip.
So we're
Yip.
trying to explain to my daughter, I'm like, this is just actually.
It's
Oh, okay.
But what I always tell my kid, like, once you're like 17% into the meal, I'm like, actually, it's like, it's like 22% yip. It's mostly chicken. It's mostly chicken. I'm like, can you taste the yip? I mean, or the nip. Can you taste the nip? No. It's like, oh, I can't eat it. It's gross. I can't taste it. I'm like, shut up. I'm just making it up. It's just a fake name. No, I can for real taste the yip. I'm like, there's no yip in it. Then they won't eat it. Then I'm like, dude, my joke was so dumb. I'm like, now I just wasted $17 on chicken nuggets.
I know, right?
It's exactly what happens to me. Okay, so let's talk about any other kind of other stuff that might have happened throughout the trip. Any like pixie dust happen to you guys? Any did you guys like any fireworks shows that you enjoyed? Anything like that?
So my husband and myself and my daughter, we closed out Magic Kingdom on our last day. That last night. My parents ended up staying during the day, and then we went back, and we went for the fireworks. And so we were right across from Starbucks. So we're just like in the middle of the street, right as it was about to start. We try not to block anyone. And then I actually pixie dusted a family.
Oh,
So
cool.
there's this adorable family in front of us. They're watching the fireworks because we're behind them. And it's a little girl. She had to be like 3, and she was like being held by her dad. And then the mom had he had an infant, and he had headphones on because it was going to be loud. And she's just hanging on to him. They're watching the show, and I was like, okay, this is so cute. No one's gonna ask them to take a picture, or they're not gonna ask anyone to take a picture because you don't think about that. I was like, this is okay. I'm gonna be the creep. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I took a chance and I took the picture. And then and as the show's going on, and I was really loving the projections on the side of us. That was really cool because I wanted to see the projections. I had seen the fireworks part of it. So I was really interested in seeing what they did down Main Street. So then the girl moves to the other side between the mom and dad, and then she starts hugging their necks. And
Oh,
I'm like,
you're
I'm
like Kim Taylor.
melting, not from the heat, but because it's just so cute.
You're like a
And I'm
little
like,
photo pass
I'm doing it
photographer at
again.
this
I'm
point.
taking a
Yes.
picture. And so took another picture because I was like, that if I would want someone to do this for
Yes.
me. So I was going to do that. So after the show, I'm like, I tap her on the shoulder. I'm like, I don't mean to be a creep, but I took these really cute pictures of your family because you're just so adorable. Such a beautiful family. And with technology, I could just airdrop
Yeah,
her
yeah.
the
And just
photos.
delete them.
And
There
they
you
had
go.
this memory that they would have never gotten otherwise because you don't tell people, hey, can you take a picture of the back of me?
Right,
Like
right.
that's not you don't realize you also don't realize how adorable that is either. So
That's
we were able to
awesome.
just kind of pixie dust a perfect strangers
That's awesome. I mean, yeah, you're right. I mean,
evening.
you got to. I mean, I could see where somebody, if they're really somebody's Scrooge could get upset.
Hmm.
But I mean, I mean, those could be the best pictures because they're those. Here's Ricky coming in. Those like photojournalistic kind of
Yeah,
pictures, right? That you're capturing a moment rather than just taking a profile pic or something. And
yeah,
I mean that will take them back to that day because it's the family enjoying the moment with nobody even expecting
hmm,
those pictures being taken. I mean,
yeah.
the
They were
best.
there was no more. They didn't have a phone out. They were just in the
Oh,
moment with their family, and I was like, I have to do this because I would want someone to do this for me. So I'm taking the chance because I was trying to talk myself out of it for a
yeah.
while.
That's a good idea, though. Yeah, I like that. And somebody actually in the clubhouse about 6 months ago or something posted she was there with her son. Well, I think they're watching Luminous at Epcot, and they were just watching the fireworks together. And the same thing, a stranger kind of was watching from behind him and took like a silhouette of like her and her son and did the same thing, come up and airdropped the picture to them. And she was like, oh my gosh. Because like her son was getting ready to go away to school. Like, and they were just like on a trip before he went away to school, like 16, 17 years old, and they were sharing a moment of watching. You can see like because like
Yeah.
at Luminous got those like white fireworks. I was like, so you could just see like their silhouette. It was like you like
Mhm,
as a parent, like I'd pay $100 for that picture. You know what I'm
mhm,
saying? Like
yeah,
because those are that's why you go to Disney with your family. Like
mhm,
you want that moment, and sometimes you get them, sometimes you don't. But I mean, you never expect to have it captured. Like
yeah, yeah.
ever. So I mean, what was she just like, or he or she like super
Oh,
just
they were
excited?
just like, "Oh my golly, thank you. Oh, is there can we take, like, your picture?" I was like, "We have plenty of pictures." Just like, "Oh my," just like she just didn't know what to do but to say, "Thank you, thank you, thank you." And I was like, "No, it was my pleasure. I would want someone to do the same thing for me." And then, of course, having a daughter, knowing from 3 to 11 goes by like
Oh,
that, and, pretty soon you're not gonna be able to pick her up like that.
yes.
And just to be able to do that for just a stranger, and because I had already seen the show numerous times. I've watched it on YouTube so many times. But I mean, there is nothing like experiencing, like, I really loved all the projections on Main Street, so it was really
Yep.
cool to experience. but I was just like, I will gladly do this.
That's a
So
good
that was
tip.
a great way to end the
Yes.
vacation.
But I mean, yeah,
So,
it makes you feel good to like do that. But I
mhm,
mean, God, what a memory you made for that
I
family too.
know.
I love that. And also another great tip you threw in there, like watch fireworks from different locations. Like get up
Mhm.
on the castle, step back in Main Street, see the projections. Watch them from back in Fantasyland where you don't even see the projections. It's a whole different, you don't see the
Yeah.
projections, but it's cool back there too. Watch them from Tomorrowland. It's different shows kind of to see, especially when you get to Disneyland. You got different kind of shows like on It's a Small World and on the Castle. There's like 5 different shows out there. Real quick before we wrap this up, I usually ask for like, and that was like the touching story. So you already nailed it. I mean, you already got like, oh, everybody, oh, the runs are in the car. You already got that. Okay, so check. There we go. So you're friends with Ricky. All right. So now,
Yeah.
have you ever gone to Walt Disney World with Ricky on a Disney trip
I
ever?
no, no.
No. Okay.
In
Well.
fact, we actually, as we were leaving, I think they were starting a trip.
Okay. Well,
And
you
I
got
was
to
like,
give us like a Ricky story. Like, what's something we don't know about Ricky? Like, you're friends with
oh,
Ricky.
I
Like,
don't.
come on, you got to tell us something about Ricky here. We got to get some dirt.
We took driver's ed together in the
Oh
same
my God!
car.
I've ridden in a car with Ricky. She didn't pass. There's no way she passed.
I think she did. I don't
Okay,
know.
wait.
It was
So
a great car because it was also my very best friend from 8th grade was in that car. Like we're still best friends to this day. So we had an awesome car.
so
Um,
you went to Hazel Central, took driver's ed. So who's your teacher?
oh,
Not
one
Mr.
of the
Galanowski
coaches.
or something, was it?
No, oh, I think I just talked about this to my mom and she's in the
Okay,
chat.
all
I'm
right,
hoping she
all right.
remembers.
Okay, because I
Um,
had a coach too. It was Galanowski or something like that. But yeah, we
no, it
drove it.
wasn't
We went like through
Gallo.
Burger King and everything. Because I played sports, so like I got away with murder. But
Yeah.
yeah, it was pretty fun.
Yeah,
Okay,
we rode across the bridge to Alton.
yeah. Oh man, that bridge. Yes, that bridge gave me nightmares. That bridge does
Hmm.
not exist anymore. Yes, if you know, you know. But that and the Pie-Saw bird. If you go down, that thing scared the crud out of me. Probably still does to this day. That thing,
Yeah.
talons and like I think it. My grandpa, Coach Kern. That was my baseball coach. That's a blast from the
Oh
past.
yeah, I remember
He
him.
was not a
Yep.
driver's ed coach, by the way, though. He was just
But I
a
do
baseball coach.
remember Coach Kern.
Yeah,
Yes.
he was my varsity baseball coach. Yes, I pitched for him and Coach Williams. Okay, so nobody else cares about this stuff, so we got to
No.
wrap. But you're a teacher and a Disney fan. So what advice would you give folks heading down to Walt Disney World with kids here soon? Because you're kind of the perfect match. Oh, apparently Coach Kern did coach driver's ed. My apologies. Is that your mom, Kelly, there in the chat?
Yes, that's my
Okay,
mom.
so my bad. I didn't know that, but he didn't coach driver's ed when I was there. He coached something else. So
Um, just don't push your kids. Just take it at their pace. I mean, I know you want to try to do everything and go, but if you do that, you're gonna miss out on some cool things. Cause like she comes up with some great ideas, and and then also just take the time. I know there's gonna be meltdowns even at 11, and you're gonna have to talk to do some stuff. And we had to do that a couple times. And just if you just take the time to talk through it instead of like, let's go, we're in the happiest place. This is magical.
yes.
I mean, it's not, and I mean, even as adult, you have to realize they don't have as much experience as you. But yes, I've taken her as 1.5-year-old, 3, 4, um, like I don't even know 9, 11.
Yep.
She's gone 5 times already in her life, and just kind of we let her take the lead. We let her pick some things. We let her pick out if we can't decide, we just let her figure
Because
out.
there aren't bad
And
choices. I mean, no matter what they
it
pick, it's
really
going to be
isn't. I mean,
fun. It's a
you're not
ride.
at work.
Yeah, the restaurant's going to be good. The ride will be fun. The show will be okay.
Exactly.
Like, and you know what? Sometimes, like, even though you have a great day planned at the Magic Kingdom, cut your losses for a few hours. Go back
Mhm,
to Pop Century. Go back to Contemporary. Jump in the pool. Everybody cools
mhm,
off. Take
mhm,
the kid will take a nap. I can take a nap maybe for an
mhm,
hour. Recharge. Boom, bounce back. Everybody's reset and everybody's happy again.
mhm,
I think you're right. If you just keep pushing and saying, we've got this all scheduled. I got the perfect plan. We just got to keep.
mhm.
Oh, that's the worst thing you can do. I mean, it's the same thing with teaching too. Like,
Yeah.
you got a lesson. Like, I got to get through this lesson no matter what. No, man, it ain't going, dude. We just got
Mhm.
to stop and just we try again tomorrow.
One of my
Yeah.
favorite quotes about teaching before I started, and that kind of goes with life. Teaching is 1/4 preparation, 3/4 theater.
Yeah.
And then I add that theater is improv theater,
Oh, yeah.
where you just have to go with the flow. And that's what parenting is. You can plan all you want, but that child's going to improv. And you're just going to have to say yes and
Yep.
go about what, kind of let them lead a little bit. And let them choose some things to do and don't over plan.
This is a great show for this week. I love this because perfect timing. And this is great stories. And it's just been a ton of fun, lots of laughs and lots of great memories. Stephanie, thank you so much for coming on, starting the week with us. And best of luck on the school year. And thanks for all the tips you provided for our audience today. And, man, being a friend with Ricky for all those years, something. I'm telling you, I've been a friend. You know what? I subbed for her class in 6th grade at Jamestown Elementary. That's how old I am.
Nice. Yes, I had some friends who went to Jamestown too.
Oh, that school had no walls. Like people can't picture this. It was an elementary school with no walls between the classrooms. Like it was an open school concept. So they
I subbed at one of those in Ferguson, Florissant when I was in college, and it is weird. You're like,
yes, well, that's where I taught forever for 17 years.
Yeah, everybody is all up in your.
Yeah, but I mean, that was the worst place to sub because like I'd be teaching, dude. I could see like 7 or 8 other classes. Like the kids could get up and like just look across the bookshelves, and I'm like, this is a circus. Like, how am I supposed to control 6th graders when they can see their friends in 7 different classes? Like, this is nuts.
6th graders are already harder.
Exactly. And Ricky's in the class. I'm trying to control Ricky. Ricky's like throwing spit wads, I'm like, sit down, Ricky. What are you doing? No, she wasn't doing that. Hey, maybe she was. I can't remember. Who knows? Probably. I'm just going to say she was. Anyway, Stephanie, thanks so much. And MIZ out there in mid-Missouri. We'll see you soon.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Don't forget, today's show brought to you by the Magic for Less Travel. We'd love to help you plan your next Disney adventure for no additional cost to you. Check out all the great details today over at themagicforless.com. Please also use our Amazon affiliate link. It's beourguestpodcast.com. Great for all those back-to-school supplies. Supports the show with every purchase. Again, please just click through beourguestpodcast.com/Amazon. And thank you again to our Patreon supporters. You guys keep us on the air. It's your support. Thank you so much for that. You can support us as well, just $5 a month. And for that support, you get a bonus show every week called Mike in the Midwest. Come over this week. We'd sure love to have you. Patreon.com/beourguestpodcast. You can give me a follow on the social media. I'm at beourguestmike on x.com, Instagram, and Threads. And the place to come, it's absolutely free. Everybody hangs out there, all the fun Disney fans, about 1,500 of us, 24/7. It's our Discord server. It's like a message board / live chat. Coming over, it's fun. We have channels for every topic, the Disney resorts, the Disney theme parks. We even have a fantasy football league starting here soon for everybody. Coming over and join us. It's beourguestpodcast.com/clubhouse. And finally, join us this Sunday night, 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Central. It's the BOGP open line where we get the phone lines open. You guys give us a call. We talk Disney for the hour. The show is totally turned over to you. So join us Sunday night. It's on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, or Twitch. Tune in, call in. Let's talk Disney. Scotty G joins us. It's a ton of fun. All right. We'll have listener questions on Wednesdays. If you have a question, get it in quick. Mike at beourguestpodcast.com. We'll get that in the queue. But until then, for Stephanie out in mid-Missouri, I'm Mike here in St. Charles, Missouri. You guys have a great Monday. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you real soon.
You've been listening to the Be Our Guest Walt Disney World Trip Planning Podcast. If you have questions, comments, or would like to be a guest on the show, please visit our website at beourguestpodcast.com. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you real soon.